put those new bees in that we just got. We're just putting a little bit of smoke on them, just to calm them down a little bit. I need to pull the queen out and get her out of her little box. Actually, I don't need to get her out of the little box, but I need to put a piece of candy in there. And I got these local, and they don't put that in there, so they send it to you, and you actually have to take the candy out, put candy in. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to pull this out, and we're going to see some bees with it. And then I'm going to grab the little hooks that has the queen, and I'm going to pull the queen out. Okay, so here's the queen. Go on. Okay, so if you look real close, you can see that the queen has a mark on her back. It's a little dot, and that's to tell me which one's the queen. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the queen, and I'm going to pull this little plug out. Now the trick is, don't lose the queen. Which means that I've got to have the replacement plug ready. At the same time, I pull the other one out and make sure I don't lose the plug while I'm getting her back where she needs to go. Okay, so this promises, with a pair of gloves on, to be very interesting. And she is just walking back and forth and back and forth, which means I don't have much time between when she's at the top of that thing and when she's at the bottom of that thing. Whoops, that's it. There you go. So here's the plug that was in there, and here's the candy that they're going to eat. And once they've eaten all this candy up, then they're actually going to release the queen into the hive. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the bottom of the hive over here, and I'm going to put it like that so that they can get to it, and when I dump them in there, they won't all pile on top of her and cause a problem. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I did a second ago. I'm going to pull this top piece out. I'm going to sit it inside the hive upside down so that they can get whatever's left in there. And then I'm going to dump all the bees inside the hive. So that is where we're headed. Let me get this little bee off of here. And here we go. So here's the can. Oh, you know what? This is a can with just a few holes in it, so we're not going to dump that in there. They won't be able to get to it unless it's leaking. So now we're just going to turn this upside down here. And we're just tapping it a few times. Not real hard.
Oh, killing bees.
Am I smacking them?
Oh.
Okay, so now that's all the bees we're going to let go like that. We're going to leave the rest like this.
I'm getting
and then we're
back.
going to go ahead and put the top on it. Just like that. Now we've got a feeder that we're going to put on. I haven't made the juice yet, but the feeder is going to go next. And the feeder is just going to sit right like this. And then the bees will be able to get the food. The bees will be able to get in there and get the food off of that as well. And then on top of the feeder is where we're going to put the last piece. And that's just some sugar water to calm them down, give them something to do. And then this one is just going to go right on the top like that. Now we're going to leave, there's a few bees still in here, but we're going to leave this right like that, with the hole opening like that. And in a couple hours, all of these bees, the other ones will tell them where the queen bee is, and then they will all go over there and they'll all be in the hive in a couple hours.
Cool.
And that's it. That's how you start your hive.
Wow. That's pretty easy.
Pretty simple.
Pretty good sized bees.
Aren't they? You can stop it.